right, this is going to trip y'all up, man. This man right here that I have on the show needs no introduction. He's on our show, been here since day one. You hear him every morning dropping off knowledge and a word from God. Please help me give it up for the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Reverend Dr. Frederick Douglass Haynes III. Pastor Haynes, good morning. Man, I'm good this morning. First and foremost, everybody here on the Rick Smiley Morning Show would definitely like to congratulate you on receiving the highest honor of community service from the White House and President Joe Biden. It's a Lifetime Achievement Award and will be officially presented at the National Press Club in Washington, D.C. on September the 29th. Congratulations for that.
Big time.
Because I know Rickey Smiley, you know that.
Man, let us know what we can do to help you, Pastor Haynes. We always appreciate you and appreciate everything you do, and we wanted you to join us this morning to just kind of give us a bit of history as it relates to the British monarchy. Did I say that right? Monarchy. And the colonization of African nations.
Yeah, Ricky, and we have been enjoying your colorful commentary on this because condolences are pouring in from around the world after Queen Elizabeth's death. And, there's mixed feelings, Dr. Haynes, among many people who are less enthusiastic about celebrating the life of a monarch whose country has, a checkered history in Africa.
Please break it down.
Right. And checkered, I think, is very generous and diplomatic because, Rick, during these days, as they've been paying tribute to the king to the queen, and then, of course, there's this God Save the King, all the pomp and circumstance. It reminds me of many funerals I've been to, and the tributes are, being given, and I knew the person, and I'm like, I need to see who's in that casket because this doesn't sound like the person I knew, or at least I knew there was more to the story than what was being told. And I think that's all that we want to say, because I've discovered in this life, if you control the past, you're going to control the present. If you control the present, you're going to control the future. If you lie about the past, you're going to live a lie in the present. And if you live a lie in the present, you create a faulty future. And so as we look at all this going on, we got to also be real about the brutal mutilation of the people of Kenya. Under this monarchy, they built concentration camps, oppressed people of the Caribbean islands, and I'm told that the untold wealth of this particular monarchy, of especially the queen, the estate is in excess of $25 billion. But let's be real, her riches were built on the bloody backs of countries of color, both in the Caribbean, in Africa, and of course in India. And so we're not going to sanitize the legacy and act like, when you think about the jewels in her crown and the fact that those jewels were stolen from, Mother Africa, when you think about the fact that this monarchy has been so brutal, so mean-spirited, and this is a metaphor right here, that the fresh fruit that Africans would grow from the beautiful soil there in Africa was taken from them, shipped to London, canned, and then sent back to Africa, where they sold it to the Africans who had grown it. That is a metaphor for how brutal and how mean-spirited this empire has been, through the centuries. So my thing is, you can be humane and respect the fact that people are hurting, that someone has died, but at the same time, you got to be honest about the history of what has gone down with this British monarchy. It's been ruthless. Zimbabwe and Zambia were ruthlessly plundered. India, again, experienced the same thing, not to mention the genocide of the Aboriginal people in Australia, who are still suffering. It has everything to do with a British monarchy that has been downright evil. And so, yes, it's a very checkered past, but it's also a past that is quite bloodied, and their wealth has been built on the backs of the colored countries that they plundered, that they raped, and they committed genocide to. And so for some, you say, all hail to the Queen, but for others, the British Empire has hell to pay because of the hell that they have put so many countries of color through. And I think we got to be real about that, because if we're not real about that, we create a false narrative. And that false narrative means we just lying about the past and we're living a lie in the present.
Pastor Haynes, you should definitely do a video about that and whatever, because people don't know that. And it was just always something about them, and I just never, ever liked them, ever. Even as a kid, I watched Princess Diana and Prince Charles get married. I've been following them since I was a kid because I always just been a news head, and I just never cared for them. I used to love Princess Diana, but I never cared for them, and it was just something about them. I got a real spirit of discernment. But I knew them damn folks wasn't right. Now, black folks being, some people can think black people being messy on the internet, writing obituaries and putting Shirley Caesar in the background is actually hilarious. But I think I texted you this weekend. You told me you told me to get off your phone. You said, get off my phone, so I'm getting ready to preach a sermon. Now I can't focus. But Pastor Haynes, man, thank you so much for your leadership and your dedication to community service, man. We appreciate you and all that you do, and thank you for enlightening us on that history with the Queen and all of them folks over there, because it seems like people over here just going crazy like Jesus died or something.
Right. And it's really sad. Rick, if you've ever been to London and some of those museums and you see all of these artifacts of rich history from Egypt, from Africa, and it's like, what are they doing there and not in Egypt and Africa, which is their home? It's because they were stolen. And so that scene from Black Panther, that's real. It's literally stolen wealth that exploited the countries of color, and I can't celebrate that. I'm with you.
Yeah, and that's why they want to rewrite the history book. They don't want you to know about the stuff. And everything you just said, man, because this is my first time hearing that a lot of people really didn't know that. They didn't know.
Right. And again, like you said, they don't want us to know it.
Right. Pastor Haynes, let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can follow me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes.
Hey, if you decide to go to the funeral, the repast, you know that macaroni and cheese and stuff ain't gonna be seasoned. It ain't gonna be seasoned. They're gonna have macaroni salad. They ain't gonna have no cheese in it. Them greens ain't gonna be steamed right, and they definitely not gonna fry no chicken. They'll bake it, but they ain't gonna season it.
Ain't no way.
But if you go, just bring me back an obituary, Pastor Haynes.
No, I ain't going. They'll arrest me.
Ladies and gentlemen, y'all give it up for the one and only Dr. Frederick Douglass Haynes.